I don't get it. I don't get it, guys. I really don't get it. Like, I just don't get it. And I'm going to walk you through why I don't get it. So, hopefully by the end of this, even if you don't get why I don't get it, hopefully you will understand why I don't get it. I think people put way too much emotional stake into video game reviews, which is funny to me because it seems like most of the people that care about what video game reviewers have to say are the people that hate video game critics. And with IGN specifically, it's the same song and dance. Oh, well, IGN gave this game that I don't like a high score. Well, here's a game that I like that they gave a low score. And that is presented as some sort of argument that is meant to delegitimize the reviewer in question. Oh, you don't like this game? Well, how come you liked this game? Or vice versa. Either way, this line of argument, which is barely an argument, just doesn't work. I'm going to play this old clip from Donkey because he explains it better than I ever could. And I'm going to be right back.
Just this year alone, IGN has featured over 37 different reviewers. When you see a video from Pro Jared or Total Biscuit or Angry Joe, you know exactly whose point of view it's coming from. Now pick a review from IGN, you have just entered the fucking lottery.
So yeah, IGN, like most gaming journalist sites, have different people write different reviews for different games. So making a fuss about inconsistencies that you perceive between reviews is kind of pointless, because chances are the review is not written by the same person. But I do want to take this point further. Let's just pretend, for the sake of argument, that IGN is just one person, and that one person is responsible for every review that IGN has ever put out. Let's pretend one person gave Mixtape a 10 out of 10, Marathon a 9 out of 10, Death Stranding a 6.8 out of 10, Alien Isolation a 5.9 out of 10, and Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts an 8.3. If we perceived all of those viewpoints to be inconsistent for whatever reason, it wouldn't change the fact that all of those scores are just one guy's opinion. So my point is, either way, why do you give a fuck? Here are some games that I enjoy. Do you see a game that you love here? Do you see a game that you hate? Chances are another viewer is going to look at that game and feel the complete opposite way that you do about it, because that's how opinions work. Some people's opinions line up, some don't. It shouldn't infuriate you when people love a game that you personally think is shit. Which brings us to the current main character of gaming discourse today, Mixtape. People can't seem to wrap their heads around the fact that this game is getting 10 out of 10 scores from reviewers left and right. I haven't even played the game, and I don't need to understand this particular phenomenon. Okay? It's a narrative-driven game about white middle-class kids set in the 90s with a Spider-Verse art style. It's basically the video game equivalent of Oscar bait. And no, I don't think that automatically speaks to the game's quality. My point is that everything in this game's makeup consists of things that would definitely appeal to the average game reviewer. Now again, I haven't played the game, but I do think I have some beef with it. Because I've seen multiple people say that this game features no rap in its soundtrack. And that's absolutely asinine to me. You have a game about rebellious teenagers that is set in the 90s, where music is an integral part of the experience, and you don't have these kids listening to any rap whatsoever. That seems like too big of an oversight to be an oversight, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm looking at this game funny, but I still don't really care that it's receiving a bunch of praise. I might even go as far to say that I'm not bothered by all these glowing Mixtape reviews in the slightest. Do you love the game? Do you hate the game? I don't really care, just don't be a freak about it. I do think it's weird that the backlash this game is receiving appears to only exist because it's receiving praise, but whatever. If you heard all the buzz about this game, checked it out and then didn't like it, and you want to share your opinion about why you didn't like it, that's one thing. By all means, share your opinion, whether it dissents from the masses or not. But if in your critique you decide to attack or try to delegitimize anyone who enjoys the game you're criticizing, You're no longer just engaging in simple game critique at that point. You're also being a bit of a dick. And I think I'm going to make a bigger video on this subject. Not Mixtape, just video game discourse in general. Gamers not understanding how to engage in discourse without being toxic. A lot of gamers just not understanding what actually constitutes as criticism. And some people just not being able to handle when a game they personally don't like receives wide praise. I already made a video that tackles branches of toxic fandoms not being able to handle the things they like being criticized. I guess it's time to talk about the other side of that equation. And that's pretty much it for this video. Can we just let IGN discourse die in 2026? That would be nice. This company has not done a single thing that has been worth me hearing about since exaggerated Swaggergate. Okay? So, yeah. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time.